Broadcasting. Live. From the chicken wing capital of the world, Buffalo, New York. You're listening to the Marketing Above All podcast. Your source for all things, marketing and total world domination. This is Marketing Above All, and this is your host, Michael Tasner.
Hey, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you, as always, for joining me, and welcome to episode 004. Hope you've enjoyed the last couple of episodes. Greatly appreciate all your comments. Thanks for liking it, sharing it, spreading the love. Keep bringing those 5-star reviews. Thank you ever so much. That's the stuff that drives me, is feeling it and being able to see that I'm actually making an impact and helping you in some way. So here's what I got for you today. The first episode I wanted to talk about tracking, and there's a core element to tracking that, and I say this with love, you're not doing, or very few of you are. And that is tracking, but leveraging a customer relationship management software or tool. So CRM. So the most well-known CRM is Salesforce.com. It's a cloud-based tool. And when I look at it and I take a step back and say, well, how can a CRM help you? What can a CRM do for a local business? And I'm going to give you a couple of different thoughts and actions for today on CRM. And I'm going to give you kind of the cheapy free version, and then up to some versions that are a little bit more expensive, but I'm going to give you a couple different options. So, and as always, I like to use all different kinds of local business industries and shapes and sizes of businesses to be able to illustrate that it doesn't matter if you're a daycare center, a credit union, a funeral home, a restaurant, a CPA, a doctor. It doesn't matter. You're looking to attract people or businesses, but everything is P2P, people to people. So it doesn't matter, again, if it's B2B, B2C. If you're looking to attract people into your universe, you obviously need ways to attract them, ways to retain them, ways to help them spread the word, keep them happy. And when I look at a CRM, it's simply meant to do one of a couple things. So there's a lot of businesses that will use a CRM as 100% kind of sales portal. So they're only keeping track of prospects and leads, and then once they're converted to a customer, they're kind of either moved to a different system, or more often than not, they fall into the stratosphere. So I'll give you an example. So we put a pool in last year, and the pool company that we used, I know they're a huge company. They're the biggest one locally to Western New York. And they don't have any kind of customer relationship management tool that is computerized. They literally have everything on paper. So when you call in and you're asking questions, they have to literally go back and pull your file and look at things physically. Now, you might be thinking, well, Michael, isn't that crazy? Well, I think it's crazy, but it's better than them selling you a pool and then that's really it, and they don't have any records other than the sales receipt, and it just kind of moves on. But what they're not doing is leveraging my contact details. They're not sending me weekly or monthly emails. They're not sending me text messages. They're not sending me anything physical in the mail. They're not giving me promotions to come and buy more stuff at any of their locations. They're not encouraging me to refer customers. They're missing out on the biggest opportunity that there is, because everyone knows that it's a lot easier to keep a customer and generate referrals, assuming they're happy, than it is to get a new customer. So your CRM portal, really where I'm going to see it benefiting you more, is not just the sales side, but more so keeping the sales and the customers merged together, but then separating it with some kind of tag or folder, so to speak. So, simple example. A free tool that you can look at using immediately is Agile CRM. Now, everything I'm going to recommend to you is cloud-based. I'm never going to recommend that you're going to go buy software, install it on your computer, and then your computer's going to crash, your son or daughter is going to spill coffee on it, which has happened to me many times, or I've had it at a hotel, I left it on the floor, and then I woke up in the middle of the night and stepped on it and shattered the computer. Cloud-based is really where everything has been at for quite some time and will continue to go. So Agile CRM, you can literally get started for zero, absolutely free. And it's as simple as you're putting your customers' information in there. Whatever information that you have, that's the asterisk. Whatever you have is better than having nothing. Even if you just have addresses to start with, that's fine, completely fine. Anything that you have, I want you to load those customers into your CRM and tag them. And as you continue to kind of go forward, I want you to start adding more personal details, birth dates, family information, names of friends, buying behaviors. If you're a restaurant, what are they ordering? Certain wines that they like. If you're a massage therapist, there's certain times that they like to come in. Are they making the reservation in advance? Are they worried about the discounts? Are they waiting for a promotion, or is it more convenient? You're wanting to learn more of those details so you can mine your CRM and you can leverage your CRM. You need some way to track who your customers are so that you can better understand them. You can better market to them. You can better engage with them. So even owning a marketing agency, did an exercise 6 months ago where we wanted to put out a physical newsletter. So we mail it. And I didn't realize that we didn't have everything completely handy in our CRM, having all of their physical mailing addresses. So I did the exact same thing that I'm telling you. I went back and I started one by one, reaching out, hey, can I have your address? And it doesn't have to be a massively formal process, but as you continue to gather more details, you can add them to the CRM. And when the CRM really will start to come in handy for you is more of that marketing automation, which we'll talk about in future episodes. But it can trigger birthday emails, birthday cards. It can send text messages on autopilot. It's you've probably seen it all the time with oil changes, where you're getting a text message or an email or a postcard from the place that you went and had your car serviced at. When they think it's time for your oil to get changed, you're going to get something. That's how those businesses run. They're transactional. But they have a CRM that knows when you came in, what your mileage was, what your mileage was before, so they now know when to send you the postcard, when you're most likely going to come in and get your oil changed. Imagine the power of having all this data at your fingertips, being able to push a button and send a message, being able to have that information handy. So Agile CRM is a tool that I would recommend, but you can look at tools like Salesforce.com, which is a little bit more expensive, Infusionsoft.com, which is the tool that we use internally, and that's more of a marketing automation tool with emails and text messages. You can use something like Zoho. I don't want to use the word easiest, but the simplest, if you have absolutely nothing, is obviously paper. But from there, it would be, Google spreadsheets, so you're at least in the cloud, and you start to gather that information and then move it into a CRM eventually. But my recommendation is always to keep your sales and prospects mingled with your customers, but separated by tags, so that you're not having to track down those sales leads and think, where do they live? They're in this tool, they're in that tool. And a CRM is not an email autoresponder. So having something like Aweber or MailChimp or iContact, that is not a CRM. That's storing some of your customers to send emails. A CRM is more about that personal information, being able to mine it and pull reports and run reports and gather data about your business and forecast. So your action for today, some kind of CRM movement, just any kind of movement. Sloppy success. Make some momentum, make some movement. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Marketing Above All. Now get out there, make a change, and take some action. And hey, don't forget to leave a 5-star review and tell all your friends this is the greatest marketing podcast ever. 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 We look forward to seeing you here tomorrow.